we were trying to hear some type of, I took the extra effort to go see what today's current market is. And all we hear now is, we plan on breaking ground in 45 days, that doesn't answer the question.
So
Well, we heard last meeting that they were gonna break ground in August.
Right.
Well,
End
45
of
days.
August, they
I
said.
did ask, the developer's engineer that this afternoon, he didn't have a sense for it. You know, I think if that conversation didn't go anywhere, it would have to be with Mr. Bourne himself, the developer himself. At this point, if you guys want me to push, I just asked a question, I haven't pushed it. I don't
Can you
know.
get a quote for was it steel?
I don't know. It was Dr. Weiner versus
He may have already bought the plastic pipe, but if it's not delivered yet, and if they're not breaking ground for 45 days, and if you can get back out of the plastic and go back to steel, like all these questions we were asking for about 2 months now, and they keep giving half answers.
I sell salt licks for cutting duct iron pipe. You can't get duct iron pipe anywhere.
All right.
So therefore, I'm not selling the salt licks.
Or they quit buying them from you.
I'm just telling you, you can't get duct iron pipe.
My recommendation was to see, report it next month.
Here's your answer.
Well, it would have been more official if we had asked them. I appreciate, you got your thumb on the pulse there, so I get it. But we were trying to ask them that question, and they kept dragging their feet. Either they were giving you half answers, or you're not asking them the right question. But when they started delaying, that was our question was, could they have gone back with steel? Is it too late to go back with steel? We never got an answer.
To be candid with you, my sense is the developer's not going to do that.
I guess what you need to find out is why are they being held up? Is their excavator being held up? Or, I mean, there's something's gotta be holding this off. Because they were gung ho and getting that job going.
I
And
think
when
as
I-
soon as they
got so many
sold to
projects going
Barnum,
right now, it's unbelievable. Everywhere you look, it's Ryan House, Ryan House.
the issue with supply was because they wanted to get someone to just sail to Barna or someone. And as soon as that occurred, and he started saying, we're gonna do this later on, that's when I think we should have visited giving them this ability to go with plastic. But we, as a unit, kept asking questions, we have not gotten the questions answered.
So we,
It does seem like we did them a favor, and
Because they were gonna start
really
breaking-
haven't reciprocated in any way, shape, or form.
Was
Well,
there a
I think that's
deadline?
Paul's
Deadline?
point, and that was my
I think it was because the
question
guy
last
who
week
was
as
telling us
well.
how stressful it was the one who just wanted to make the sale go through.
Right.
Now that the sale's gone through and it's now back to a slow process, he's gone, and the guy now who's in charge of it answers our questions.
so we issued a letter to the developer basically stating what the board's position was, I believe, in June or July, that, you know, the board made an exception to the rules and regs based on the conditions that were known at the time and the schedule that the developer was under. And Paul, to your point, yes, we got an answer that said, oh, we're hoping to break ground soon. Now we're hoping to break ground in 45 days.
If they had come back and said, I recontacted my supplier, 2 suppliers, and they both say it's not gonna come until next June, that would've been an answer we could have made a decision on and say, all right, well, we keep the special condition in place. But they don't, they just keep, they drag their feet.
At this point, I think there's some administrative items that they still need to complete, have not been finally approved for construction. And tell me if I'm wrong here, but based on this conversation, between Mr. Kovacs and myself, we'll go back to the developer and tell him we need a definitive answer,
Can you get Dr. Lyon?
whether you can get that to line or not. And I mean, obviously, if you ask the developer that question, he may not give you, he may give you the answer that he wants you to hear.
How about we require them to provide us a letter from at least 2 of their suppliers, the date at which ductile iron to meet their project would be met.
I think that's a great idea.
And if they provide us a letter that says after December, then that's what we were looking for. Maybe the fact that we weren't forceful enough to ask them to provide something to us, and we were just asking their opinion, that's why they're blowing us off.
I have a question. Did we have a deadline for that? Why do I seem to remember we put a date on that?
On giving in to them?
Yeah.
Because they sat there and said, we're gonna pull out of this project if we don't get our way. That's what they basically said.
What I can add to the story is, they said they couldn't even get a quote for ductile iron until August, so that's August, so I don't know.
Right.
Right,
If
right.
they can get it for it.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I think,
Supply and demand was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I don't know what the situation is now.
Paul, I think your suggestion is spot on, and I think that's, you board's position, that would be my suggestion on a move forward as well, is we'll write them a follow-up letter, following our inquiry, we have not received a response, please provide us a letter from your suppliers indicating what the delivery of and schedule availability for duct line.
Should we also ask, have they made any payments on plastic? Is there orders, like how much would they lose if they got back out of it and went back with steel? And that's a risk that they have to take with coming to a board like ours and then not giving us answers, but I don't wanna cost the company a lot of money if they've already bought 50% of it and there's no takebacks.
Yeah, so my recollection
There is
was,
no steel, right? You can't get
It's
steel.
just, the whole industry's screwed up.
Right.
So there's your answer. I mean, you can't get the steel,
I wanted to hear the answer from them, and they keep coming back with, I'm gonna put a shovel in the dirt.
but how many different engineers have they sent in here in front of us?
I don't know. I do not know the answer to how many years. But we keep asking the same question. We gave them a special condition because they were gonna need it right away, and now we found out that they don't need it right away.
Yeah.
And as soon as they knew that they didn't need it right away, is when they could we should have said, well, we're gonna take back this special condition, but we kept asking for more information to make our decision on whether we should do it, and we still have not gotten the answer.
Chris, you have to be wrong, but I don't think there was a deadline. The board was under the impression that if they approved what they wanted, it would get going on it.
That they would start very
As
soon.
soon as
Yeah.
administrative,
They said
that
that-
could have been happening
They
real fast.
said
Yeah.
material
And it didn't
cost
happen.
was going through the roof, was the reason they were dragging their feet.
And at the time, that was true, but now I don't know if that's still
And
true.
the
Maybe
material
supply
cost
issues.
isn't
And the
going
other
down,
issue
Paul.
was that
Lots of stuff's
Ryan
going
worked for Ryan, and he was speaking for the developer, and the developer didn't really say that.
Right.
It was Ryan because NVR does want to start.
alright.
Move on.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Any more questions for the engineers?
Can we go back to that one slide, please,
Yeah.
that showed the interceptor at the bottom? There we go. Okay, that red area intercepting, the interceptor at the bottom. Someone's clearing that field, it looks to me, for all the world like houses. So they're also excavating near our sewer line. So FYI, I don't know if anybody
That
knew that.
was, either that property there or the property right next door to that is owned by Carmen Pelliotto Construction. And that's where he was moving his yard to. Whether that's him doing that work or he sold the property somewhere else.
This looks too landscape
Yeah.
graded.
They sure put that big pile of
Yeah,
topsoil.
topsoil.
Looks like they're gonna put a slab in there.
So
Yeah.
there was discussion years ago.
Just saying.
There was discussion years ago about a storage building.
Storage building in the garage, if that was closer to Saco, not where they're
Right.
clearing, not unless they changed it somewhere.
I also think
This
the
is right
clearing-
at the intersection of Bauer
Yeah, I know
Hill.
what you're talking
Right.
about.
Okay, so I'm just saying, I would go out and take a look. I think there could be possible encroachment. And if they're not driving equipment over the line or near the line, so
we're down by the
that's all.
end of the field though.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
down
at
in
the
the
creek,
very
But I
bottom.
mean, I know we're,
This guy is graded down by the creek.
It's a lot of grading.
What's that?
There's an excavator sitting down there in that bottom end.
Okay, so Mr. Kovach will go through with,